Let's go home. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. It is officially Friday. You can tell by looking at the way the light hits off the windshield here. It's been doing some rain in here. Pretty heavy at times, I may add. I didn't hit much rain until I got, closer to this area. But the rest of the trip, when I left the beach to come back was fine. I got about an hour down the road going back that way, the way I just came. It was raining pretty good. And then luckily, the closer I got here, the lighter it got. So maybe it's passed through. But one thing that I did see coming through a city in South Carolina that's about an hour and 15 minutes from here that I go through every time I go to the beach is called Columbia, South Carolina. And right there off the interstate, I think it was a huge business. And man, that thing was ablaze. It was on fire. I mean, you could see that smoke billowing up in the air. I mean, at dark like this, I looked and I said, man, that's smoke. Man, they had fire trucks and police cars. It was off the frontage road, so luckily it wasn't on the actual interstate. It was on the frontage road, but you could see, man, they had the ladder trucks up there trying to put out the fire. So I don't know how that happened. I just saw it coming down the road. I was like, man, that's not good. Well, it looks like I spoke too soon. Looks like this stuff is not done with us yet. Not yet. One thing I can tell you, when I was in my early 20s, I worked underground utilities for a power company. And we always had to work outside in the elements. It didn't matter if it was raining, burning up hot, whatever. So this stuff right here, I don't miss that at all. I don't miss working outside at all. I did that for quite a few years, and I don't miss that whatsoever. I am so glad that I have a job where I can be sheltered from that, so to speak. But yeah, man, there would be times when we'd be working in downtown Charlotte and be right in the middle of a job, and a lot of times we did a lot of work through the night, because they had to close the streets off in downtown, so we had to work through the night. There was a lot of times I worked 24 hours straight. I'm glad I got that out of the way when I was younger, because I couldn't do that now. There ain't no way I could do that now. I'd be like, man, I got to find me another job. And just like that, it's 12 hours later. Psst, hey, man, wake up. And now we're heading to Walmart. Yes. My wife gave me a list and asked me to go pick up the items. Well, she said she had to go to the store. She said she didn't really feel like it. It's a rainy day, as you can see, still, just like it was last night. Technically early this morning when I was heading home, so I told her, I said, shoot, give me the list. I'll go get it. It ain't no big deal, So let's go to Walmart. Let's get these things on the list and get ready to head back home. Call it a day. So hang tight. Yes, making our way through the country to the town of Travelers Rest, and that's where the Walmart is located. That's the local Walmart that we go to for our grocery shopping needs. And actually, I used to deliver to that Walmart, and I've delivered there quite a bit. It's been years ago. It's been a long time, but it's kind of weird delivering product to a store where you actually shop at. It's kind of weird, but yeah. I don't deliver to stores no more. I was able to get away from that. Hopefully I'll never have to again. Knock on wood. If you haven't checked out my latest guitar-related video, go one video back behind this one, and it's titled Crimson and Clover. You know, I think the original artist was Tommy James and the Shondells or something like that. But the way I remember, you know, Joan Jett covered it in the 80s, and I always thought it was a cool version the way she did it. So that's what I did today, and it was a lot of fun. And what I did is, you know, I went ahead and used my Zoom Q2N video camera, and I went direct from my recorder straight to the camera like I've talked about before, and made some adjustments on my multi-track recorder so the quality would be really good to begin with. And man, I was happy with it. It came out really well. It was really fun, and it saved a lot of time. You know, instead of doing two separate tracks, like one audio and one video track, I was able to do everything at one time with that camera. And man, oh god. So I got to give credit to my buddy Jim in Louisiana. He's the one that brainstormed that idea. He said, you know, because that camera's got a audio input, he said you should be able to come out of your recorder into that camera. He goes, but you need an adapter. And that's when I went to Guitar Center last weekend, if you saw the vlog, and got that Y cable adapter, and man, it worked. And I think that adapter was only like $8. That's wild, man. I was like, yeah, that's awesome. You know, so another step in the recording process that has gone to the good, and that's what I want. Try to make it best I can, best audio and video that I can, and so it's another step in that direction, and that makes me feel good. That's a cool deal, man. A cool deal. So yeah, once again, if you haven't tried the Zoom Q2N and you want something for live recording or even direct like what I've been doing, I'm telling you, man, go for it. You cannot go wrong with that camera. You know, so it's a really cool thing to have. You could do, you know, I'm sure you could do vlogs with it as well, but you know, since the battery life dies so quickly with the two AA batteries, I don't know how well it would do to vlog. I need to try it just one time just to experiment with it. But while I'm at Walmart, I need to check and see if there's like one of those charger things, I forget what you call it, that you can plug up to that camera to keep a charge on it. Because with the fresh pack of AA batteries, I think you get like an hour's worth of record time, I believe. But you know, then again, I might just, you know, I don't know. I need to do a test run with a vlog with it and see how it works. And but this camera here on my smartphone doesn't do bad at all, because you know, as you probably remember if you watch this channel, I haven't had this phone long at all. The Samsung Galaxy 8 Plus, and it takes great video and audio, so it's just cool to have two different options. Just my 2 cents. Well, here we are, rain and everything. We've made it to Walmart. Let's go inside and get started. Well, here we are inside lovely Walmart. Pretty busy in here today. I got to go get a cart, shopping cart, so we can get started. Two of the main items my wife put on the list to make sure I got was Motrin and Excedrin. She's having problems with migraines, and she's got a bad toothache right now. That ain't no fun. I know exactly how that feels. Ugh.
Customer assistance is needed in electronics. Customer assistance is electronics, please. Thank you.
Are you feeling jolly? Yes. Yes. Now, let me tell you, if I make a trip to Walmart and I don't get none of this stuff right here, I might as well just run away and hide somewhere because it will not be good. Gotta have that caffeine, boy. It's all good. We got it. My goodness, I think they're having a sale on hot dogs. That is a bunch of hot dogs. These are my favorite hot dogs right here. I love these Hebrew National. Awesome hot dogs. Fantastic. My goodness. Cost that much for ground beef? My goodness. I hope I'm not, I don't know. Damn. Oh man, they don't have my wings? They have the small box, but I want the big box. And that's where it's supposed to go, and they don't have them. So it looks like it's going to be just the boneless wings this time. But that'll work. It'll be okay. And we started with just a few items, and it turned into a whole buggy full of items. That's usually how it always goes, right? That's cat food. Oh, and then the big bag of cat food on the bottom. Oh, good Lord. Get me out of here. And to get some dog treats for my dogs. Get them some treats, man. Can't leave them out. One thing about it, too, that I've noticed, I think Walmart frowns upon you vlogging in the store. Well, it seems like they do here anyway, but I went past a code manager a few minutes ago, and he was looking at me kind of strange, but I just had my phone down and had these earbuds in and just was talking. You know, that's what made it look like I was talking on the phone. Yeah. Well, we got our items buggy full. I have to say that has to been the kind of the strangest, how can I say this, checkout I've ever experienced. I was, you know, you can see the cat food on the bottom here, right? And I asked the lady, I said, can you just come over here and scan it with the gun? You know, that way I don't have to pick this bag up twice, you know, it just makes it a little bit easier. And she was like, sir, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Right away, sir. Right away. And I just kind of laughed, you know. I was like, oh, okay, I hear you. But, you know, after I, you know, was getting ready to pay for my items and stuff, I think, I don't know, man. I don't know if she was like mentally challenged or something. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe she was just being funny. I don't know. But you know, I'll tell you one thing. She was quick. She got me checked out fast, man. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Get the stuff and get out of here. It's always good to place the buggy back in its proper place. In the buggy corral, as they like to call it. The sign's off there, but I always like to try to put it back. You never know, man. You know, you come out here and you see these shopping carts people don't put back and they roll, hit somebody's car. Like that right there. You just never know. All right, Walmart trip is completed. So there you go. You got to go with me to Walmart vicariously through my device here. That's going to be it for me today, folks. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you tuning in. Be safe. Looks like it's about to storm again here. It is not looking good. So if it's bad weather where you're at, be careful, be safe, take care of each other, be kind to each other. Love you guys. We'll see you next time. Until then, this is Joe for the Joe Wentz Project. See you next time. Bye-bye.